Hi people. Hopefully this is going to be a quick one. One of my recent videos is about the AI liability law, says it in the name. This one is about how the UK government has Apple has basically conceded to the UK government and removed the end-to-end encryption off some of the Apple functions, which is it's on photos, notes, voice memos. It's on quite a few things, but basically those are the main things that has been used to rob me and steal my identity, make fake accounts pretending to be me and profit off them, set up accounts for trafficking and prostitution and stuff as if it's me. But instead of using Pegasus, which is what they did before, so loads of people think that this is a new law and it's something new. It's not. It's to cover their asses, just like the AI law. They've been doing these practices already. I've been a victim of it for at least a year. When that fake account, the sex account was set up, it was 2022. So when my iCloud was hacked, it was 2022. When I noticed, it was 2023. Not when I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that until last month. But because I never checked my iCloud, I never used my iCloud email address for anything. It had one email in it, which was when I set up Deliveroo. But what they did to me was they hacked my Wi-Fi. They actually came close to my house, but instead of sending physical surveillance hackers and stuff to people's houses like what they did to me, so they're not in neighbourhoods and stuff and can't be spotted in neighbourhoods, they've just got Apple to remove the safety net. And if people are scared about what they're going to do with your information, use my case as an example. They're going to take your photos, make these fake accounts like on OnlyFans or whatever, all these prostitution sites, to make it out like it's you and it's not you, make money off them, steal all your work, train AI off it, and so you can't even try to block you from even having copyright of your own work and setting up your own work and having your own completely doxing you as well, doxing you off all platforms so you're not visible. But they've got all of your work and everything from that you've built up over years, using all of your information and everything, and stealing it and profiting off it. That's what they're gonna do. So it's just, for me, it's all to cover what they've already been doing to try and avoid the legal liability that they've created for themselves for bringing all of this criminality to people's door that have done nothing, that don't deserve it, that want nothing to do with criminals like that. But they infiltrate it in your own life, so it's all so you get stuck in whatever they're doing. But now they're just making it for everyone. But really, they're still gonna get sued because they shouldn't be doing that to people. They shouldn't be terrorizing people like what's happened to me, infiltrating all your life, trying to set you up and stuff like that. That's what they're doing it for, and they're trying to remove the Pegasus side of it because they were all doing it through Pegasus, which is Israel. So they're trying to remove the fact that it's all on behalf of Israel, which it all is. It's because they took bribes from Israel. They're in bed with Israel to the point where they've done this, and basically it's a slippery slope for everybody unless you're strong enough to actually stand up for privacy rights and freedom of speech and everything like that. Or because at the end of the day, they shouldn't be allowed to interfere with with me having a job, right to work, the right to privacy, the right to have a relationship normally, with the right to have not my reputation not ruined, and all of this stuff that really has got no place being in a civilized society. And basically that's what I wanted to make this video about, because it's all in line with each other with the AI pathetic liability law, and it's all the stuff that they've decided to remove encryption of is the stuff that already people have been hacking to train AI, but they've been doing it more physical. They've been doing it more by sending surveillance teams and stuff, drones to harass you at your house, infiltrating your Wi-Fi. Like what happened to me, my phone network has been hacked because my phone kept saying it was on an edge network. I'm not on an edge network. I looked up what an edge network is. I've made a video about this, one of the previous ones as well. It's if you're sharing servers, if you're on a server with a network of people and you're working together. I work in isolation. I'm actually deprived on forming my own collaborations with like-minded people that can support me in progressing my projects and my art because of the violations that have been done to me. They're trying to ruin my life. And this is not to mention as well that I've been getting calls for the best bit of a year and a half from fake life insurance companies that are banking on me being dead. So there's all these fake life insurance policies that are out on me and all of my work and everything. Before I've even got started, before I've even done anything, all of these people have sold my data, done all of this stuff on the dark web, and I what for what? And then now it's being rolled out as a blanket thing, a collective punishment on the whole of society to cover up for all of the terrorism that they're doing to people that don't deserve it. I've not done anything wrong, that just want to live a normal, peaceful life. And they're still going to get sued. They're not going to get out of it because there's other laws in place that they can't really change because it's human rights laws. It's laws that have existed way before this sick society that's been building up over the last 20 years. You can't really those laws are going to trump any of this bullshit. So basically, and you can't, like, artists have a right to produce our work have a right to conserve and preserve our art, intellectual property, so it's not stolen, because artists are at risk of that all the time. We have a right to conserve and not put our own work and what we're developing and everything like that at risk. It's not for free for all of these criminals to just rob. It's not a free for all to protect other people's commercial interests over my life and my livelihood. No. My life matters, my work matters, my livelihood, having a livelihood, my right to work matters, my right to privacy matters. All of this matters, and all of this dehumanization and victimization and trying to paint me out to be something that I'm not, and trying to rob me of everything that I love, trying to make me hate everything that I love and everything that I am and everything that brings me joy. They're not going to get away with it. There's laws in place and they're still going to get sued, and that's it. And that's what this video is for. And hopefully other people won't just be like, oh, they've just other people will see this and won't be just like, oh, Apple's in the UK, Apple has removed the ban off all of encryption. It doesn't count for shit. They can still be legally challenged because it's not lawful. It's not lawful because there's actually evidence of what they've been using before this come in place 3 days ago or whenever it was, 4 days ago. They've demonstrated from past practices and past actions what their intentions are for doing it. It's all criminal. It's all criminal, and Apple are implicated anyway in it, because Apple are the ones who have the rogue employees and that allow Pegasus infiltration anyway. They were allowing Pegasus infiltration anyway, and it just wasn't out in the open. I only found that out through my own experiences and going to get advice from the Apple staff at my local store. and you know, trying to get help and trying to figure out what was going on with all my situation. But they're still legally liable for the damage they're doing it to cause damage. They shouldn't be doing anything that actually affects people's lives. That terrorizes people at home, affects their ability to contribute in society, affects their ability to function normally in a community, affects their ability to actually earn a living, and be you know, live and earn and work how they want to live. Like they're affecting all the basic things that it's just affects normal human way of life. For what? To spy for Israel, because Israel's scared that everyone who's brown is a terrorist, or everyone that speaks out against genocide is a terrorist. No, I'm sorry. This is not going to work. This is not going to work. The truth always comes out. And whether it comes out in a legal scenario, in a court, where they're having to actually own up to the violations and stuff in a court, or where it comes out another way. You can't, if you block people from living the life along their path, how they're supposed to live it, it just causes problems elsewhere. There's no fake laws that you can write, no bullying and forcing corporations through bribes or whatever. Like, who knows what they've got over, I don't know what the guy's called, Tim Cook's head. Who knows how they've managed to do it. But it's absolutely disgusting. People shouldn't be using bribes or sex tapes or whatever they've got over people's head. Like, that people in those positions that are being forced to do these things that violate basic human principles and basic, you know, standards for humanity, own up. It's better to have your sex tape out there than it is to actually commit crimes against humanity. Own up to your sex tapes. It's 100% better than any of the consequences and all the karma that you're going to accumulate for allowing bullshit like this to happen, because it's 100% for criminal purposes. There's no doubt about it. I've experienced it firsthand, and they can't actually get around the legal consequences and avoid being sued and for all the damages that they're causing for people's lives. You shouldn't be treating people like criminals and causing such destruction in people's lives based on false reports, false accusations, malicious reports. It's racism. It's racism. You can't discriminate on people based on the race and the background. You can't. All of a sudden, in the last 2 years, I'm being treated like this, when all the years prior, I went through society, no problems whatsoever. What's changed? Now I'm not able to contribute in any way, nothing, because I'm not able to get things moving as they should be moving. The people are putting all these blockages in my path. No. They leave you, back you into a corner, and they leave you no choice. And like, at the end of the day, Apple's just going to lose out. Apple's going to lose because people are not going to continue with these violations. People care about their commercial sensitivity. People have a right to commercial sensitivity. People have a right to artistic integrity. People have a right to not have their intellectual property violated, and for people to not copyright all of their work before they get to do it themselves because they're being financially restricted. This is all serious violations and serious breaches of the law, serious data breaches. People have a right for their data not to be sold without their consent. My data has been sold for purposes that are criminal and illegal and nothing to do with anything that I would ever get involved in any of my life. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. It doesn't even, it's so disgusting. Like, I can't even, to have the government involved in shadiness and seediness like that, in the name of security. How is that secure? How is stealing pictures of women and data from women and creating all of these fake prostitute and trafficking profiles? How is that secure? How is degrading and being so like, how is violating women like that gonna bring security to anyone? It's not. It's not. And one way or another, justice will be done and balance will be drawn, and that's it. It's not even a question of like it's just when it will happen and how, and that's it. When it will happen and how. You can't keep doing violation after violation after violation, each violation worse after the next, after the next, after the next, and then writing flimsy laws or forcing flimsy forcing flimsy or corporations to comply with like flimsy demands through. It's not going to stand, because there's laws that are in place that trump it all. And people are first and foremost. The laws are written to protect people. If laws are now being written to not protect people, it's not really a law. It's not really a law. It's not going to stack up for anything. It's actually going to put the whole of the justice system into disrepute. Because you can't, and so basically, and you can't put practices in place that jeopardize the whole of the system. You can't put practices in place that jeopardize the whole of the law and order. That's also a criminal offence. That's also a criminal offence. It's like one of the things that happened to me is there was a fake report. So basically, I've not driven my car for at least a year, and had to move my car just a little bit so I could on my driveway, just to get my bin through. Between my neighbour's got quite a big van, just to get my bin through, so I could put my bin on the street, so my rubbish could be collected. And I was surveyed to the extent that someone had reported it to the DVLA. So what have they done there? They put a camera on my car or something. I don't know what they've done. So surveying someone to that extent. This was last year. It happened. For what? For what purpose? For what purpose? What purpose? I'm not earning any money to run my car. It's very obvious. I'm not earning any money because of all of these violations. So some logic and common sense needs to be put in place. Stop harassing people that don't deserve it. Leave people to just live their life, earn an income off their own merit, off all of their own work. Stop people robbing them. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Fuck off. Fuck off. You're not going to win. You're creating laws and introducing measures that put the whole of the justice system into disrepute. And this is people that are supposed to be lawyers by background. You can't introduce laws and take actions supposedly in the name of security and law enforcement that are actually breaking the law and put the whole of the legal mechanism that's already in place, blur the boundaries and start creating new definitions for things that completely try and wash over what is actually good and grounded law. Because we have to respect, at the end of the day, that our forefathers had sense. Some of these laws are old, and they stand the test of time because people had a more of a universal sense about them back in the day, before all this nonsense of hacking and technological advancement. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They think they can avoid legal challenge. It's not going to work. It's not sufficient. it's like, it's pathetic. It's like a fly that you swat away. Anyway, hope yous are all well. Obviously I'm being blackballed, so if you would care to donate, there's my PayPal link is in the about section. I have a GoFundMe for my poetry LP, also in the about section, and I have a Patreon as well. If you would like to buy me a matcha, it's about £5. You can do that. If not, do the free things, it helps me out. Like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel because it really helps me. Thank you for anyone who's subscribed recently. I've had a few new subscribers, so welcome to the channel. And I love you, OGs. Thanks for being here. Love yous. Thanks for putting up with me with all the, like, sorry, but at the moment I've got things to rant about. But yeah, like, I do it for my safety. I do it because there must be people that will all are going through this kind of crap, illegal surveillance and all of this gang stalking bullshit, that I know that it will find them eventually and help them with advice. But on my channel there is stuff that is actually more me and the art in me, like with my music and everything, my poetry. So I hope you, if you're finding this first, that you go and check some of my my stuff that's born out of my own piece, despite the violations. So yeah, love yous. Take care, bye.